IMHO Talk Show.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. IMHO Talk Show. Sir Charles.
Miss Max. Look,
Grace.
always
There's
got to
always
be the
one.
late one.
There's always a slacker.
Always got to be the
Always a
late
slacker.
Get
We got Razor, we got company.
Look, act like you've been somewhere.
Act like you've been somewhere. Act like you know something.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you know that angelic voice that we have with us, none other than our good friend, family at this point.
That's right.
No stranger, Leslie Scott Jones
Welcome.
The good Jefferson School African American Heritage Center.
How y'all?
Blessed.
Doing well.
Yeah.
Blessed on this Sunday afternoon. It's a beautiful day.
As my grandmother would say, blessed and highly favored.
That's it.
There you go.
Right?
That is what it is. Leslie, thank you all immensely always. I think we should start there because we hope that you feel the reciprocation of our relationship when it comes to always shouting y'all out, supporting y'all, and then y'all always being willing to work with us and
absolutely.
and to support this platform.
Yeah.
And to utilize it for things such as this, because y'all staying busy. And so glad to have you on. Glad to have you on and let the folks know, what not to miss.
Yeah, this is what happens when an organization is run by Black women.
Hey, that's right.
We stay busy. There's always
something to do.
There's always something to do. There's always something going on. So yeah, the Greens Cookoff is coming back September 7th. If you want to sign up to be a cook, the sign up is on our webpage.
Okay. Collard green, we cook all kinds of greens like collard, kale.
However y'all want to do it. However y'all do it. However y'all do it in y'all's kitchen.
Okay.
Come on and bring it. Okay. It's going to be on the yard. So it's greens, mac and cheese, and dessert. So it used to be just pound cake.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell y'all, I wouldn't mind having a little peach cobbler.
Okay.
Sweet
potato pie?
I wouldn't mind having a sweet potato
There
pie.
we go. Okay.
I wouldn't mind having an apple pie. Come on, y'all. Let's, pound cake can only get us so far. You know what I'm saying? So please bring all the things.
Last year you were like, I had enough of this pound cake.
Man, so much pound cake.
Remind me to expand the menu next year.
Please. So yeah, sign up to be a cook. Our volunteer coordinator, our chair for Greens Cookoff, Nancy Blakely.
Okay.
She also has paper applications.
Okay.
She'll be passing them around. If you see her in the street, ask for one. She's gonna have them on hand.
Holla at the place.
Put them on people's not dashboards, their windshield, cook your greens.
And it's gonna be on the yard. We're gonna have Hurt City DJs playing some music for us all day. It's gonna be a time where we gather on the yard, share some food, and crown somebody the best of greens, mac and cheese, and dessert.
Yeah. So who won last year? Do you remember?
So
the greens at least.
Last year nobody entered with greens. I know. I was so surprised. I was like, really? What is going on? So last year we had mac and cheese and desserts, and Miss Katrina won mac and cheese, like she do. And I see her face. I can't think of her name, but she won for a dessert. And oh my God, this I think it was a blackberry pie. Ooh.
Was it good?
We going to lunch after this?
But look, Leslie, where's the old
Am I
folk
making
at?
y'all hungry?
Nobody entered the competition for greens.
I know, it was so weird. It was so weird. But we made do with what we had. So we got some good mac and cheese, and we got some. It was lovely. So I will always eat. As my hips can attest to.
And when's that date again?
So it's September 7th from 10 to 3. And as usual, y'all bring the food. We will bring the little cups for you to, serve everybody so they can taste and vote. We'll supply tables. But you need to be in charge of bringing the food and keeping it warm or cold or however you want to do it. But yeah,
you serve your own food.
You serve your own food. And we are not doing judges this time. in years past we've done like celebrity judges. This is all community based.
Okay.
So the people that show up, they pay their little $5 and they get in and they taste your stuff and they gonna vote for you, right? And then at the end of it, we will crown the winners of greens, mac and cheese, and dessert.
Okay. And
your little $5 that you put in the hopper will then be divided between the 3 winners, so they get a little something.
Right. You know. And so, are we ranking our votes like my first choice, second choice, third choice? No, everybody gets one vote.
You can vote as many times as you want.
Okay.
You can vote as many times as you want, and the person who has the most votes for that thing is going to be crowned the winner.
Okay.
Straightforward.
Yeah. See, I'm trying to make it easy. I like to work smart, not hard.
Right? That's right. Keep it simple for us.
Sound like a good time. Keep it music, food.
Right?
Southern food too.
Yes. That stuff your grandma cooked. Yes. Absolutely.
Leslie, like at a time, and it's crazy because I had a cousin's cookout yesterday, and it was more than apparent that we're at a time where we are like losing touch with each other. We are like divided. We are distracted, and we don't congregate like we used to at Big Mama's.
I know.
You know what I mean? And so I'm curious on, like, when you think about an event such as this, what does this mean to the culture?
It means everything to the culture. It's a celebration of the culture. I mean, you think about it. Everything we do involves food.
Prayer changes things and food changes things.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there was not a Sunday evening that when I was growing up that we didn't go to my grandmother's house, one of them, for Sunday dinner. Like there wasn't a time where you entered one of my grandmother's house or my mother's house for that matter, and some woman that was in the kitchen didn't come out and go, "Baby, you need something to eat?
Yeah, you hungry?
Is you hungry? Girl? Did you eat today? Can I get you something?"
Yep.
Right. I mean, that is how we grew up. It's how we express care for each other. So it absolutely is important. And I think it's not just important for, the fanfare and, ooh, I won and all that, but it's also important because these younger generations need to understand why it's important.
That's right.
Right. It's not just about, oh, so-and-so won, best greens or so-and-so won best dessert. It's also about the care and love that went into fixing that particular thing.
Which you can taste.
Yes, ma'am. It is about the tradition of how your family prepares those things. It's about passing those things down to the next generation. Right. Like my mother passed down a recipe for potato bread to me that was given to her mother's mother. And it's been passed down to the first daughter in our family for hundreds of years.
That's beautiful.
And it's not written down. Ain't no piece of paper that tells us how to do this.
That's right. You got it.
You in the kitchen with mom, and she said, okay, now we're going to add the flour in. And this is how you do it. And now we're going to add this in. And this is how you do it. So it's important.
You know what I think changed that? I think drugs changed that. I think people didn't mind alcoholics in their house, but people don't particularly like drug addicts in their house. And now that we have started to legalize certain, medicinal things, there are a lot of people that, when they smell marijuana, they just like, especially when you got kids, you're like, man, Lord, that's all you smell around here now, right? So now I'm going to bring you in and let you sit on my couch.
So you're saying we got bougie and like we don't want certain cousins and uncles coming over like we used to. That's pretty much what you're saying.
We could deal with alcohol. Well, one, we used to own more land and property and people could be outside.
Amen.
But now that a lot of us live in places where you don't have a yard, they have to be in your house or your neighbors have to see the unclean side of your family. And we have gotten to the point, like you said, bougie, where we don't want to associate ourselves with certain things. So I don't know how we get back without events like this. I don't know how we get back to that point.
Right.
Definitely need it. Leslie.
Right. And I think we also need to understand that to your point, we are demonizing a portion of our culture, right? A portion of our family. We're basically saying you ain't good enough to come to the cookout no more. And I think, if I can be completely blunt, that's very white of you.
That's what I was thinking.
You know what I'm saying? That's really white of you.
I mean, I chose bougie, but I feel you.
You know, because that's not how we do.
Right.
You know, when there is a cousin of ours that's messing up, we bring him in the house and be like, "What you messing up for?"
That's right. That's right.
Like, you know,
That's
you
right.
ain't supposed to be doing that. What do you need? What can I do? Do you need a foot in your? Because I'll do it.
That's right.
If it's gonna get you right.
Yeah.
You know, and there was also a different version, if you will, of respect.
Yes.
Back then. So there were certain things you just didn't do anyway.
You know what?
Because you knew, despite what type of lifestyle you were living, that it was improper to do
it in that house.
Right.
In that moment.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Leslie, we do have a question from a listener. A couple of questions. Were there any invites, or like, in particular, was it just open? Like, for instance, like we have a lot of Black-owned restaurants in the area, a lot of Black caterers. And if someone wants to join, remind them specifically, how do you sign up?
You just go to our website, jeffschoolheritagecenter.org/culture and heritage, and scroll down and you'll see the form to sign up to be a cook right there on the right side of the page. And yeah, I mean, if one of the Black caterers in the area wants to enter, come on. Come on.
Yeah. So that is September the 7th from noon to 3 at the
10 to 3.
I'm sorry, 10 to 3, my bad. At the Heritage Center.
Because we got music, you know, we're gonna be out there for a minute.
Let me correct myself. But yeah, so what else? What else you want to plug, Leslie? Because I know you're busier with more than one thing. You are a great multitasker. So,
I am. I am known for doing at least 5 things at once. So we also have our October show coming up. So we finished the August Wilson American Century Cycle last October. And now we are beginning with, we've chosen another Black author to do like a deep dive. And we chose Alice Childress. A lot of people don't know Alice Childress. And there are several reasons for that. White supremacy being one of them. But
why? Can you say why? Like,
she
10 words or less. No, I'm just playing.
No, she was.
She keeps it real,
unaltering in her vision. Like Broadway came knocking. For a lot of her shows. And there was a caveat that she needed to dumb it down, that she needed to make it more palatable to white audiences. And she was like, no. I wrote what I wrote.
Unapologetic.
And if you want it, you want it. And if you don't, that's fine too.
Respect.
Yeah. She was that woman. So we will be doing at least 3 seasons of Alice Childress. The very first one, I am directing it along with my friend Munir Ahmad Nasir. It's called Wine in the Wilderness. The write-up says, oh, it's about an artist painting a picture. In actuality, it's about the woman that has been brought to his apartment to be painted. Right? And it's about this woman who doesn't look stereotypical, pretty, right? Who was basically asked to come back to this stranger's apartment because his friends thought she would be a good model for their friend who's a painter. And she doesn't find out until later that the reason his friends thought she would be good was because, in his words, in the artist's words, she is the quote unquote broke down woman. And he's painting a triptych, which is a group of paintings, a group of 3 paintings that tell a story.
Mm-hmm.
So he has the African queen, and he has the little black girl in her Sunday best. And now he needs the broke down woman to complete his triptych, which is a comment on the state of black womanhood.
And this is a black man's thought process.
And this is a black man's thought process.
You have to say it like
Yeah.
that, man.
I'm sorry.
No, but she right to say it like
She
that.
right. I mean, but
I'm
it's
sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, it's a sorry, not sorry.
but it doesn't make it hurt any less.
And you know what? You can hurt for your brethren.
Hey, absolutely.
We know that you not like that.
Thank
so
you. I
shouldn't be
appreciate
hurt
that
by
caveat.
comment.
Y'all let it go.
You can feel for
Look,
your
when she
brethren.
turned towards him, I just said, let me sip some coffee. Oh man, let me act like I'm not here real quick.
You know that cousin Max was talking about know how to act when they come to certain. Let it go.
But what happens is that this woman who they all thought a certain way about because of how she looks and how she dresses and how she talks, she ends up teaching all of them something, right? She becomes the griot in this story and basically points out their missteps, right? It's like, oh, you think that way about me because of 1, 2, and 3. Well, have you thought about, you know, like she puts up a mirror to all of them. And it's a gorgeous story in that way. It's really beautiful to see this woman who made decisions about how she presents herself to the world so that she wouldn't be bothered. Right? In all the
That's
ways
beautiful.
that women get bothered on a street.
Right.
Yeah.
And then to have her own people
That's so
think of
sad.
her a certain type of way because of that. Right?
That's deep
It's deep.
Yes, indeed.
It's deep.
and
Yes, indeed.
real.
Leslie, none other than Leslie Scott Young. but what else is worth mentioning today? Because you know we're gonna have you back. Like, but what else is coming up that people need to know?
So Wine in the Wilderness opens actually the week of my birthday. So that's your birthday present to me. Come see the show.
Okay, y'all heard that.
October 3rd through the 13th, Thursday through Sunday. And then and then later in October, we're gonna have a Black farmers market.
Okay.
I'm starting work on that next week. And then in December, we have Kwanzaa. And our African drummers, our little babies, our little Echo East children, they are every Saturday morning, they in there practicing, getting ready to perform at Kwanzaa. And there are still slots in that class. So if you got some little ones at home who may want to learn how to drum, get them signed up and come on every Saturday morning. Buster is there waiting to, disseminate the knowledge.
No, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Like none other.
Yeah, they're having fun.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. I'm sitting here thinking, Leslie, like some of these ideas are just so far out of the scope of what you might think a heritage center might do. What do you just sit around and no, it's all beautiful, it's wonderful, but do you sit around thinking, now what can I do? What's the next thing? Like how creative can I get here?
Yes.
You know?
Yes. And a lot of these things literally come one of us, either me or Dr. Douglas will literally like have an epiphany, an idea. Like Dr. Douglas is famous. She will come into the office and be like, I had an idea in the shower. And that's when I go, oh Lord.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of work coming my way. That's what's going to happen right now.
Yep.
Wow. Well, I think it's absolutely amazing. And what you guys do for the community is invaluable, right? Like a Black farmers market. Have we had one of those in Charlottesville yet?
No, there are farmers markets everywhere.
Right.
But there's never been one that's focused on Black farmers in the area.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of them, y'all. There are so many Black farmers. And it's not just like produce and meat. There's this one mother and daughter, and the mother does paintings and purses and all kinds of like home things. And her daughter grows her own herbs and makes soaps
Oh wow.
and lotions and all kinds. So it's not just your regular farmer's market, right? It's the width and breadth of how Black people do stuff.
Right.
Because we go extra.
I'm sure that the farmers were excited to hear from you. Like, we are here.
We've been working with them for a couple of years. And every year I get a couple more where they're like, oh, we heard you doing something. Yes.
That's amazing.
Come on. Right? Because we want to support those farmers.
Right.
Like they need to survive just like any other Black business.
That's right.
And they are doing work that we are absolutely going to need in the coming years, because if y'all haven't noticed, there are more and more chemicals being put into our food.
So.
Right.
Hundreds of chemicals are being put into the food that we buy in a grocery store every single day.
Yeah.
Yep.
We need Black farmers who are doing it without chemicals, who are doing it in a way that will absolutely feed and care for the people that eat that food. We're going to need them.
Right.
So we need to make sure that they stick around.
That's right.
Very well said.
Support.
Very well said. Yeah. You saw they passed a bill to support Black farms.
Yes.
To provide more grant money. Yeah, the Black farms. So that's beautiful. You right on time, Leslie.
Yeah. We try to be.
Yes, indeed. So Leslie, thank you for joining us as always.
Right.
Yeah,
Stay in touch. And for those who may not know, please tell them how they follow the good work.
Yes, absolutely. So it's our website, jeffschoolheritagecenter.org. We are also on Instagram, Seville Jeff School. We're on Facebook, Jefferson School African American Heritage Center. We're on Twitter, which I think is also Seville Jeff School.
Okay.
We're everywhere.
Right.
We are everywhere.
Yeah.
You outside.
Yes. And if you didn't know, we've also, in some ways started to go door to door, because we were at West Haven Days last weekend.
That's beautiful.
I'm sitting here. I am driving in, and Dr. Douglas is already over there. She's like, I forgot this. Can you bring it to me? I'm like ferrying stuff back and forth between.
They didn't put one of y'all in the dunk tank, did they?
I was not in the dunk tank. I was making sure some lovely children got a drumming class. That's what I was doing.
There you go. Well,
thank you so much. It's always so much fun when you stop by.
Oh, I'm so glad. It's always fun to be here.
Appreciate you.
All right.
IMHO Talk Show.